Recovery isn't lazy, it's part of performance. And one thing that I like to address with my athletes is not necessarily focusing on static stretching or just static stretching alone. We want to focus on restore full mobility as well as the flexibility in our muscles like we do with stretching. What we're going to start off with is a little bit of a deep squat. We're going to what I like to call bootstrappers. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our hands, we're going to bring them down and put them underneath our toes. We're going to sit down into a squat as far as we can go. So if we're a little bit tight in our calves, we can get a little bit deeper there. We can pull ourselves down. And what we're going to do from here, we're going to open up those hips a little bit, keep our hips nice and wide. We're going to stand up into a bent over position so we can get a little bit of a stretch in our hamstrings. We're going to come down in a couple of seconds. And we're just going to repeat and go through in a nice, slow and controlled manner, holding each position for a couple of seconds. And we're going to continue to do this for about 10 repetitions. This will help open up the hips. It'll help open up the spine a little bit. It'll help open up the calves, the ankles. And from here, what we can do, we can then keep in this position and we can widen out our feet if we want to. And from here, we can do a little bit of a thoracic rotation. We can open up, breathe into it a little bit so that we can open up a little bit more, hold for a couple seconds, rotate to the other side. What this is going to do is not only going to help sink down into that squat position, help sink down into open up our hips even further, but it's also going to allow us to stabilize our spine or our lumbar spine so that we can get an authentic mid-back or thoracic rotation. We want to make sure that we're rotating equally to each side, trying to get more motion per side. Next thing we can do is do more of a groin opener. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to stand pretty wide. And we're going to drop down into that squat and we're going to really get a nice deep stretch. Some people will consider this a little bit more like a Cossack squat, and you would be right about that. But I tend to like to use this a little bit for mobility as well because it's a low level activity that we can do. We can get through and get a little bit more mobility, get a nice deep stretch in the inside of that hip, and we can start to feel a little bit looser and better once we're done with our workout. And one last little thing that we can do in order to not only open up our ankles but also our hips is a duck walk. So we can get down into that position of a deep squat. We can transition our weight to one side, try to get a deep kind of pressure over our shin, and we can step through, transition your weight, step through. We'll get a little bit of internal rotation in our hips as well. We can walk forward and we can also walk back, really trying to get good position and mobility in our ankles and our hips. So give those exercises a try. Put it down in the comments if you have any questions or concerns. Make sure you like and follow. Save those for later and see you then.